upgraded from the yard. I went to the smoke shop and I copped this like Luca thing. You just like put some wax in it and you put this glass piece on. And you just press a button and you're like, and it's just straight dabs, brother.
We truly are living in the future. It's crazy.
Welcome back to
shit.
Highly Intelligent. I'm your host, Jared Martin. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. This is Kyle Jensen, Coil,
What's up?
the man himself.
Glad to be here.
Is there anything you'd like to get going?
First off, you need to pick a seltzer here, bro, because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
taking the one you don't want. So we have mandarin, we have raspberry nectar, and we have blackberry.
I'm gonna go with that Mandarin.
Good choice.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your
Thank
spot. I'm grabbing this bad boy. All right, how's the first order of business?
Yeah.
Get the Bev situation figured out.
All of my prompts are on my phone. Wait, but we got a MacBook. Hold on a second. Oh yeah.
Is this what you sent me?
Seamless.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just down to get into it.
Yeah. So, what do you do in your personal time? Who are you, Kyle?
That's a good question. I have many roles and many personas, I should say, that I enjoy experiencing locally here in Ithaca, New York. A couple of which are I'm an artist and a photographer, and I'm also a business owner, and I make content and promote other people's content in various ways. So I like being engaged in a lot of different things, but they all have relevance to each other. So yeah, it's a pretty broad set of stuff I'm into.
I totally feel you. I'm a beatboxing, animating, my college's podcast host.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Like you get it. You get the lifestyle.
Exactly.
So yeah. I've been going through a period where I have been honing in on what I want to like spend more time and energy into, because I think it's natural for us to want to try so many different things, because that's just like we're curious and we want to like experience new things, and like through that, like our preferences keep getting updated, and like things really like resonate with us and be like, oh shit, that was so much fun, or like that felt really good to do. Like for example, this past summer, one of my buddies, his dad passed away from cancer, and we were holding like a benefit show at Deep Dive, and I was like racking my brain, because I thought about going just to like do photography and like support and like volunteer my time, but I was like, what's another way I can like get more involved and like just like basically like help the event like be more successful, because they're raising money. So I came up with this idea to do a raffle with like all of the artists that were coming to like bring something cool to raffle off, and like the tickets that we like gave out would be stickers that were from like their like promoting company and whatnot. So people bought stickers and they had numbers on the back, and we entered them into like raffles for stuff. So that was really cool, and it like raised an extra $1,000 for the event.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
Yeah. So that's an example of something that was new for me. But afterwards, I was like, whoa, like I want to do more stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so that's what kind of like started my interest in hosting and running events.
Yeah.
So that's another relatively new pursuit for me that I've really been enjoying.
Definitely. What have you gone from there? I mean, you said that was last summer, right? So
Yeah.
What have you done? Have you hosted any more events since then, or plan to host any more?
Yes, and yes.
Okay.
So yes, my buddy Lincoln and I, shout out DJ Logs, have been running events with a few others here locally, like the past few months. So I hosted
here in Ithaca, New York.
Yeah, here in Ithaca, New York. Yes. So It's been a combination of, like, it started off as like house parties, and then it turned into more community focused events where we have been doing benefits too. Like, we've done a few events to benefit Southside Community Center, which has been really great. We did a food drive for an event in November, and then December we held an event here, and we did a winter clothes drive for them, which was cool. And most recently, we held our first event, like, at a venue in Ithaca at the Treehouse, that we did a space disco there. So it was like a dance party that was like space themed, which was also a benefit for Planned Parenthood. Like, they brought a table and they and like,
that's fire.
Yeah. It was really fun, and it was really successful too. So that was like a nice like progression for us.
Yeah.
Because now we're starting to like, we started like at home, like doing parties, and then we're doing at home stuff plus benefits.
Was that how you started to like build a budget to like do bigger events?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We are still in the process of like having like the next event roll into the next, like in terms of like padding our budget and stuff like that. We're pretty much going at an event by event basis right now. And we're still like in that curiosity mode where we're trying different things each time.
Yeah.
So, which is exciting because we like, same with like the personal stuff, like our preferences are getting updated. We're seeing what's really like working and like things we can change and whatnot. So it's been a really cool process to get involved more in the community that way too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What do you plan on hosting?
Yeah, so we have some really fun things in the works. Some background context. In November, we hosted a community event that was called Uticopia. And because it was on Utica Street, and it was like kind of like a Thanksgiving like cornucopia like mashup thing. And that was where we did the food drive. And it was like a concert. It was like a show series. It was like a one night thing. And we had like artist table there, and we had like an outdoor like area with like a fire pit and indoor music. And so we wanted to like run that back and like similar setup for an event that we're calling Float. So this is going to be like an outdoor concert, like mashup.
Yeah.
And indoor like DJ silent disco.
Okay.
So it's going to be like a variety show type event.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like my role is organizing the artists.
Okay.
And working with the musicians for scheduling and for availability and stuff like that. And we plan on doing another benefit for a local organization.
Yeah.
So that's coming up in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
My birthday's in April.
Yeah, nice. Dude, you're going to have to pull up.
Yeah. I'll definitely pull up, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were in the works with all this.
Yeah. It's been a pretty steady, like, once per month type thing.
Yeah.
Where we're either doing a community event like that, or we've been hosting like music, more like music / DJ like focused things, and we're like performing.
Would you ever host a beatbox event?
Totally. Absolutely. Yeah. Dude, that's still something that's so underground in Ithaca.
Yeah.
That I know there are motherfuckers in their dorm rooms or out in like Fall Creek beatboxing.
Yep.
But they're just like, so you know how it is. Like, it's
Bing.
easy. Yeah.
Dude, when I went to American Champs, I met a guy in Bing, or that's from Endicott, and it's
crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah. Dude, it's really cool knowing that, like, they're beatboxers in the woodwork.
Shadows.
They are in the shadows.
Go, so
it's true. Yeah. And like not all of them can like go to the city or go like down like south for these like bigger events, or like to Pittsburgh, like stuff like that. Like, or they don't know about it, or they're like not, it can be a little nerve wracking going when you don't know anyone type thing.
Definitely.
So there's still so much potential like locally.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, I mean, you've got the local connections. I've got some pretty good beatbox connections. So maybe we could cook some things up here. Get some judges. Get a battle going.
I mean, do you know D Nice?
heard the name.
Yeah.
Heard the name.
Yeah. She's from Brooklyn. And she
Okay.
she knows like the Beatbox House boys
Hell yeah.
and stuff like that. And she's a beatboxer. And we, like, her and I, she recently did a battle here in Ithaca.
Oh shit.
Yes, and she's like nationally ranked.
Hell yeah.
So it was so much fun because we got to show people like what a beatbox battle like looked like. Like Matt was in it too.
Yeah.
Like, and I finally beat Matt. Like,
Yes. Yes.
I know.
Let's
I
go,
know.
dude.
Sorry, Verb.
Sorry.
I was so determined. I was like so driven by the fact that I just like wanted to like battle against D-Nice that I just had to turn it on like extra hard.
Dude,
like,
I totally get it.
yeah.
I'm thinking the next belt battle, I'm gonna judge, and I'm just gonna put it up.
Yeah, put up the belt.
I've defended it twice now.
Yeah, I know.
think I've proved my point. So
yeah, that's a high class act. I would. Yeah, it's been bouncing between you and Owen since the belt became a thing.
Matt had it once, and then
wait, Matt had it like
he got it on his birthday.
Oh
He
my
beat
God.
Owen,
dude. I forgot about that.
and then on my birthday,
Matt on his
I
birthday.
beat Owen, and then I defended it at Porch Fest.
Damn. That's right. Yeah, that was the one I had to leave and I wasn't able to see that.
We got
Yeah.
the recording of it. I'll have to send it to you.
That's right. I heard some of it. Owen had some.
Yeah.
I think he had a phone recording too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's dope. Yeah, totally. So much potential for even just like a house thing,
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah, dude.
Like people would pull up for that because
You don't need a whole lot. You just need judges and some mics and some speakers.
yeah.
Space for people to stand.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
some
real.
food and water.
True. Yeah, I'll show you later, but I like cleared out part of my upstairs and like made that the new music studio.
Okay.
And I feel like that'd be a cool like stage
Yeah.
type thing because it's pretty like narrow. It's
Yeah.
like two people standing. Like I feel like and everybody like towards
Hell
like
yeah.
the wall would be cool. But yeah, beatboxing.
So,
That's a shit.
how'd you get started in photography? Take me all the way back.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So I really, as a kid, I was super obsessed with those disposable cameras, like the wind-up ones.
Yeah.
And I went through a phase where I was just like constantly just like filling them up and getting them developed at CVS and Owego.
Nice.
And even I would take pictures of the most like random shit, but I just like really enjoyed the process of going around and just taking pictures of things, like just from like a young age, like very simply, like I just liked doing it.
Yeah.
And I bought my first digital camera from Sam's Club in Vestal. I was 12 or 13 when I did that. And that like felt like I felt like I was dropping a bag. It was like $120 for a digital camera, and I'm just like about to blow my stack here on this camera. And now looking back, I'm just like, geez, like look at me now.
I feel you. I mean,
Yeah.
First SM58 and speaker I bought, I dropped $300 for that, and I was like, dang, this is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then
Shit gets real when you start buying gear.
2 years later, I've got a fucking laptop, two $250 microphones. These
Yeah,
were
dude.
$100.
Yeah, it's a nice ass setup.
Yeah.
But
Takes time. But
it
you
does.
get
It
there.
does. And that's something I learned too, is that so I bought the digital camera, and then really from there, like once I stopped using the digital camera, like phone cameras
Yeah.
were actually like not dog shit. So like at that point, like, cause I was also taking pictures on like my Motorola Razr when I was like 14.
Okay.
And those were like super chopped, like incredibly chopped. So like
bet
now
you
they're
did.
like filters like that can like replicate like how shitty like photos used to be taken, and I feel like that's like damn, that's like what
Nowadays,
literally what
people probably look for that aesthetic.
they do in a way. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually have like a digital like handheld camera that I use sometimes that like takes like retro style photos, because I
Yeah.
like having something like other than my phone and other than my big camera. So I kind of like an in-between option
Yeah.
as kind of like, yeah, it's been like a fun like alternative to use. So,
yeah.
But getting into like my first like big camera purchase, I had moved here to Ithaca, and I'd been here for about 2 months. I was working a like engineering sales job up by the airport, and I was like laid off without notice. And so and this was also 3 days before I had this like trip to Mexico with my friends planned. So I was pretty much like, I wasn't really stressed, but like even while I was on the
You just don't got time to think about that right now.
yeah, exactly. I was
Mexico.
just like, okay, I'm kind of chilling. I like coincidentally like did a quick like construction job with one of my neighbors, like because I was like, I literally like the day I like came home early, it was like 10:30, and
What were you doing? Like, why'd you get laid off?
oh, it was something with like they're very dependent on government contracts,
I see.
and they had one big one fall through, and the reason they hired me was to like get me up to speed in like preparation for like handling and like this government contract.
Yeah.
And so when that fell through, they're like,
we don't really need you anymore.
yeah, it was one of those things where it's like just coincidental
Yeah.
type of stuff. So
Yeah,
it
definitely.
wasn't, which,
But then
it's
you went to
fine.
Mexico.
yeah, exactly. I was chilling. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm about to go like just go chill in Mexico for like, it was like 4 or 5 days. But I was on the beach in Cancun, and
Okay.
I was surfing Ithaca Facebook Marketplace, like Mr. Worldwide.
You also got a furniture little hobby.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'll definitely touch on that as well. Yeah, talk about that was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But okay, so I saw this. It's Sony A7 II, so Sony Alpha Series 7 II. So in Trumansburg, and it was for $800. And through my research and stuff like that, I'd looked at a few models, and it was a good deal. So I basically lock that in, and I go and I buy the camera off of somebody in a Dollar General parking lot in Trumansburg, and that's what started my journey in like as a photographer
Okay.
here in Ithaca. Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
So, do you have any shots you're like particularly proud of, or?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There was one that was
right here.
what's that? Yeah, I know. It should be hanging on the wall. It was featured in like a hip hop magazine, which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it was a shot. It was 2023. So this is the year I got the camera.
Yeah.
And so this is while I was still in my like portfolio building phase, whatever you want to call it. Like I was just going around and like doing shoots wherever I could. And I pulled up to an event called the DJ Cookout at Deep Dive, and they host it every year during the summer. And it's basically like 30 DJs show up, and they're like playing all day.
Damn.
With 2 stages.
Okay.
Like, it's like Ithaca's EDM Fest without it people knowing it's Ithaca's EDM Fest.
Yeah.
And so I show up there because I'm just like, fuck yeah, like I want to like, it's a great chance to like meet so many people at once.
Yeah.
And so there was this guy, he performs under the name RDF, and he was just like playing this like banger set, and he had like a super cool like outfit and stuff like that. And I get this one picture of him where he like sees me in the crowd, and he like smiles and like does like, he has like a hand gesture towards me, and I like get the shot, and it's just like so perfect, and the lighting's perfect, and I hardly had to edit it. I was like, it was one of those just like, it was like my first like perfect shot.
Yeah.
And so like that one really sticks out in my mind. And yeah, just from being a concert photographer, you get a lot of really unique shots.
Yeah,
and
I've
stuff
seen
like
some
that.
of your beatbox shots.
Yeah,
You've got some pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, got a lot of really cool shots from that, and just a lot of local shows around here.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, but that one has to be my favorite. So
yeah, sounds great. You'll have to show me that one.
yeah.
It's gonna
totally.
be right here anyway.
Yeah. We'll pull it up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So What other than photography, what creative outlets have you explored?
Yeah. So on top of my photography, I've been developing my digital art style. So
Yeah. I've seen some of your collages.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that has been something that I've really doubled down on in the past year, especially because I've been taking my photos that I've taken of like at concerts and even like a few like portrait shoots and whatnot. And I've been doing digital collages and also like some like digital manipulation to make for cool like composites, so like
Yeah.
things laid on top of each other, and that's been really fun. And I have ventured into doing those types of projects outside of like a music scene.
Yeah.
And I've worked with another local photographer, Peter Gillen, and he's big in the local like concert photography scene too. But I was like, yo, I want to like do a session with you where we took like photos of each other. We did this really cool shoot like behind it's like an alleyway that opens up to a cool like back area near the commons, but they have like really cool like yellow stairwells, and it's just like a cool urban-y type shoot spot. So we did one of those, and then we edited each other in our own art styles.
Okay.
So he edited pictures of me in his style, and I edited pictures of him in his style. And so that was a really cool project. And then Owen and we did an apparel shoot with Selah.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So similar style, where I did photos and then I did some cool like digital edits of those. So those have been like the first couple projects where my focus has, or like where I'm at is in a different spot, and I'm like setting these up and like collaborating with people.
Yeah.
So I definitely will be doing more of those and whatnot, especially once it gets warmer.
Yeah.
So
for sure. It's kind of brown outside right now.
Yeah. But
missing the green. At least it's getting warm. We had like 50 degrees the other day.
Dude, it's true. I know.
It's crazy to say that's warm, but
yeah, it's especially when it was -20 like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. But yeah, that's been my main focus, and on top of the event organization stuff like that. Yeah.
So do you want to tell me about your business?
Yeah, absolutely. So my business is Clarity Marketing Solutions, and I started it originally from my photography and graphic design business that I ran. So on top of the concert photography and whatnot, I was also like doing like some social media designs and photography shoots for local businesses. And so out of that, I was inspired to start helping clients with like marketing consulting. So that's where it started originally. And that's what I do now. So I help like consult with businesses to like organize and manage their marketing.
Yeah.
So that can look like different depending on the clients, but most of the time I'm like helping people like make decisions and be like, what makes sense, like how to market their business, like what makes sense for them. So it's a pretty interesting business to run because there's a lot of variability, and that's something that I'm really drawn to. And it's also like one of those things where it's like I'm steering the whole ship, so I get to decide like what it is. Yeah. So, and like who I work with. So that's a very like beneficial aspect for me.
So
for sure.
You do health and wellness marketing.
Yeah, that's been the most recent hone in. Like we keep drawing this parallel to like doing many different things and like honing in. So like this falls perfectly in that. Yes, that's been my most recent hone in, because I have my own like health and fitness journey that I've been on. Yeah. Like forever. And it's something that like I'm very like drawn to, and I love like learning about it, and like working with, like I've worked with a gym, like, and I've worked with a few like fitness like coaches and even like people on the more like psychiatric side too.
Yeah.
And those have been my like most favorite people to work with. So in combination with my own personal interests and my like essentially like my favorite clients, like that's what's helped guide me to that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after you got laid off and went to Mexico, did you get another job after that, or did you just go full time into working for yourself and figuring it out?
Yeah. I did have a side hustle going during my period of being laid off. And so I used to manage an Airbnb here in Ithaca.
Yeah.
And so that kept going like through this transition, and thankfully was at the point where it was like sustaining me. And so, which was good because it gave me like some headspace to be able to like look up and like find my next like opportunity.
Yeah.
So, and that I had been building like in parallel with my job that I was like, as soon as I like had that job, I then went and started that like side hustle.
Yeah.
And because I like one fed the other. So there were days like there was a period where I was living in Candor, driving 45 minutes to work and like turning over the Airbnb. And so and going to the gym. And so there were some days and like looking back, I was like, that was great. I would like wake up and I would like leave at like 6:45 and then I'd get back at like 9.
Damn.
Because I would just like hit all the bases where I was just like, oh, I have to leave early because I need to like clean my Airbnb at 6:30 in the morning because the people are checking in at 2:00 and I'll be at work. And so I'm just like, this is the only time I can do that. And then, and then like get off of work and then go to the gym. Yeah. And then go home.
I remember you were unavailable.
Dude,
most of the boys were.
I was so unavailable. It was crazy. It was so crazy. There were some days where I was just like, holy shit, did I just do all of that? Like it was one of those things. That was one of the primary drivers behind me moving to Ithaca, was being able to like shorten that commute and also like be closer to the Airbnb, be closer to like just
you got a sweet place out here. This is a hell of a build.
It is a hell of a build. I feel super thankful here. I've been here 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah. I just crossed the 3-year mark.
Nice.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, especially when originally I was like set to live here for only 3 months.
Damn.
This was supposed to be like such a short-term option, and then it just like went from 1 year to like the next, and then like, but I feel very grateful. And
so you stopped running the Airbnb.
Yeah. So regulations changed basically. So now it's like, which, I'm also a fan of, like looking back on it, like I reached a decision that it wasn't something I wanted to scale, especially with like the looming and growing like housing crisis in Ithaca here. I'm just like, like it served me some good lessons in the time, but it wasn't something that I wanted to like really double down on. Yeah. So between my personal feelings about it and just like the supporting regulations, it was one of those things that I exited. Yeah.
So at that time, were you already sustaining yourself from your own business?
Yeah, so it was really a combination between the two. So there was a period where I took like a cut, like a big pay cut, like not continuing that business. And that was when I really started the marketing consulting part of the business. Okay. So I was like, my business is growing and I need to like start structuring a more just like a different model of my business to be more sustainable. Yeah. Because turns out it is not super easy to make money as a photographer as that being your only business.
I totally understand. I'm trying to be a freelance 3D artist.
Yes. So. Yeah. So you get it. Yeah. So it's interesting. The opportunities are there, especially in like the freelance world, but like me personally, like I had I still do, but now it's like less of like like less pressure to make it work type thing. Like I want to like work locally.
Yeah.
And so like if being a photographer focused on local, it was a little bit of a balancing act. So yeah.
So what are some of the challenges you faces with running your marketing business?
Yeah. Well, first off, running a business is difficult. It's just period, like no matter what type of business model you have. And I say that in like a positive sense too. Like it's difficult because like you're choosing the hard, like you're choosing like what like struggles you want to have. Like, because like formerly, like my struggles were like not being fulfilled at my job and still like not getting paid very well. It was just like a bunch of things. And now it's like, I'm choosing like what I get to like grow through.
Yeah.
So I take a look at business as like buckets. So there's like marketing, sales, operations, and finance. So one of the main like journeys you take is finding a way to balance all of those buckets.
Yeah.
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 So it's been marketing has like for myself has ironically been like something that I've been like finding new ways like what works best for me in terms of like marketing myself.
Yeah.
Because
And I'm sure you can apply that to the businesses you're trying to also help market.
Yeah. It's funny. Like it's almost like, well, I feel like a lot of people experience that it's like easier to promote someone else's thing than it is to promote your own thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's at least how I feel, and that's definitely something that as part of my journey as an entrepreneur and like really a human.
Yeah.
So
So how do you help them grow their like marketing presence?
yeah,
I mean, I guess it varies company to company.
yeah, essentially.
So are you, I guess let's say online, like how would you help a wellness brand that's selling like supplements market their supplements better?
Yeah. I believe that founder-led marketing is something that is growing in terms of like trends and is also like a very effective way of marketing yourself, because people are pretty sensitive to like brands like marketing to people versus and are less sensitive and more open to people marketing to people, because there's a difference. So my thoughts around like if someone were doing like a supplement brand, and we're seeing this in a bunch of different examples, like the founder of the company will be like doing content.
Yeah.
I mean, like, hey, I did XYZ because there wasn't an option and I had this condition. Like they it's more like story led
Yeah.
versus like really polished like commercial style
Yeah.
marketing. So I'm a huge believer in that. And a lot of my work with a project like that will be helping them structure like what type of content they want to make and how they're going to tie that into the experience for their clients and whatnot. So that's kind of like in a nutshell what I would do. Yeah.
Are there any brands that you especially like resonate with or you'd recommend, or anything that you've worked with that you really enjoyed?
Yeah. I don't have any particular brands per se.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it just
Maybe
like
when the sponsorship deals start.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do have some like media outlets that I really like that touch on like the health and wellness industry. One of which is Wellworthy. That's a good spot because I like people who are like collecting information, that do good reporting. Like and it's easy for me to like engage with the industry and find like new people, new companies. So I really like Wellworthy, and also Fit Insider. That's another really good source.
Okay.
So yeah, they're just like a digital health and wellness media conglomerate
Definitely.
and whatnot. So yeah, and yeah. So those are two recommendations
So
for
what
people.
what have you done to grow your business, and what's your strategy going forward?
Yeah. So in terms of online, I've done a lot of networking through LinkedIn. That's how I've been connecting with people in the health and wellness sector.
I'm trying to get involved in the legal psilocybin industry in Colorado and Oregon, and a lot of them only use LinkedIn.
Dude,
So I'm
LinkedIn,
thinking I got to get on LinkedIn.
Yeah, definitely. LinkedIn, I've done like a complete 180 on LinkedIn. It really is because like for me, like coming out of college, like I just followed my like colleagues and
Yeah.
classmates, and it was just like a job update board, and it was like super non-interesting. But there are a lot of really influential people on LinkedIn, and it's like a living resume too. Like
Yeah.
in a place where like we're just talking about like founder-led marketing, like people tell stories and people are drawn to stories. So, and that's one of the platforms that does a really good job of distributing those.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
So yeah, I recommend, following that curiosity.
Yeah.
And just see where it takes you. Yeah.
So on your page, you post a lot of inspirational and life advice content.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start doing that?
Yeah. So back in 2022, I went through a lot of like changes in my life, and I really started being a lot more discerning and introspective, and I really just had like become aware of a lot of like my own internal patterns, and as a result, like I just did a lot of journaling, and I did a lot of like just like thinking, and in my mind I was like, this is definitely not like unique to me. Like these are, and like through reading, I that's when I started reading a lot of like philosophy. That's when I started really getting interested in like these like syndromes of humanity.
Yeah.
And so this ongoing project that I'm doing with like posting that type of content is my way of expressing that interest and that curiosity, and really just sharing something that I've experienced that I know others have. And so it serves like a lot of different purposes for me, but mostly it's like one of those things like, hey, if it can help like someone, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And so
Totally.
yeah, it's been an interesting process, because similarly to running a business, it's helped expose a lot of my like insecurities and a lot of my like internal fears and dysfunctional beliefs. Like it's crazy how like doing something, like building something for yourself and like publicizing it is like such a crazy like mirror into like everything that you like, these like background beliefs that like are boiling to the surface. So most like I went through a period where that was like, oh, this is like hell, this sucks, like until I like had a perspective shift, and I was like, oh, these thoughts and these beliefs are boiling to the surface. I say boiling to the surface like becoming conscious from the subconscious, and I was like, this sucks, like why am I feeling this way? And I turned that into like, oh, this is a mechanism, like this is a beneficial experience for me if I let it. If I like don't like judge these feelings and these like beliefs and just like allow them to dissipate and basically just like love myself more. Like that's such like a huge part of it.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
It's all about just like trying to be a version of yourself that you'd want to be.
Yeah, exactly. Like recently, something like a recent perspective shift that I had that has been very beneficial is the breaking down like the concept of like what awakening means or what enlightenment means, and very very simply is broken down into wisdom and self-compassion, and splitting the two is really really interesting for me because I realized I've been pouring all of my like water into the wisdom bucket,
Yeah.
like the philosophy research, like the dives on these, just like understanding what reality is. But I had been putting like hardly anything into the self-compassion bucket, which is like the like processing what bubbles up, processing like, and I had been doing some, so I realized like, oh, I guess I had like some like grasp of that as a concept, but I've really been taking my foot off the gas in terms of like the knowledge acquisition and really focusing on the like internal relationship, because that's the foundation. So yeah.
If there was one thing you could say to the entire world, the entire human population, what would it be?
Yeah. That's a perfect timing on that question, because I was just about to say like the answer before you even asked the question. So I would say that I would just tell, like, if I was just like talking to one person, I would be like, your whole reality is built from like the inside. Like, I mean, anything, like your beliefs, like what your internal like monologue, your like all of that, like literally constructs your reality.
Yeah.
So like, just like getting, if I had like 5 seconds on like a mic to the whole world, I'd be like, you create your reality, and then leave it at that and let people's curiosity take them, because I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And I have seen the effects of believing that in my own life. So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, totally.
So, what kind of world do you want to live in 10 years? I mean, there's a lot of chaos going on. Things are not looking great right now.
Yeah, we're going through a like a period or like an era shift, I believe. So there's going to be a lot of like, change presents a lot of like unfortunate situations, and before things can improve.
Yeah.
So yes. So I do believe we're on the path to like another like upward spiral. So the type of world, I think collectively, and there's been some science tracking this very interestingly, that the overall like collective consciousness of the earth is like increasing, like in terms of awareness.
Interesting.
And yes, yeah, it's super interesting. And because like while we're tracking these like this downturn in like organization and just like structures like shifting and crumbling, there's also an alternative group of people tracking an upward tick in like conscious like activity and awareness, like tracking and whatnot.
I mean,
so
with how fast information spreads, like, it's crazy. I'm sure it's like on a global scale, because you hear things locally, but then there's things that, I don't know, even on Instagram Reels, everyone's seen the same reel.
yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah, it's true. And like I'm also very, very like hopeful for like our like younger generations too, because they are like super, I think they're very like discerning, even compared to like I'm on the tail end of Gen Z. So I'm like some of the oldest Gen Zs. I was like right on the cusp.
I'm like kind of in the middle.
Yeah. So, but like I don't know what's under Gen Alpha now, but I'm just seeing like a trend of people being like more discerning, because they're like getting blasted with information from day one.
Yeah.
Like they woke up to Instagram Reels, which is crazy. And so like we had we were able to be eased into it a little bit.
When I got my car, there was a bunch of maps in the door, and I just had a huge realization that like I was born into a world with GPS.
Yeah.
There was a time where there wasn't GPS, and they used maps. They pulled them up, spread them across the dash, and tracked their routes.
Yeah, I can remember like my grandparents and my grandparents used maps like well into the era of GPS, and also like MapQuest. I don't know if you remember that.
You just
Where
like write down
print it.
all
Yeah,
the
you
turns.
print, or they print it out, and so they like have pages with like the steps. That basically was GPS that you printed out. So that I had a lot of exposure to was MapQuest. So
I remember when I was like 4, my mom took a trip to Florida, and she got on MapQuest and got like a notebook and just wrote down every single turn.
that's sick. Yeah.
And then we broke down to North Carolina.
At least it was warm.
We took a
right?
train the rest of the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Like,
wasn't too bad.
yeah. That's funny.
So,
But
do
to
you-
get back
Oh,
get
yeah.
back to your question of like
Yeah.
what type of world I would like to see, and the type of world that I believe we're trending to
Yeah.
is a more compassionate world. Like, because I was talking about the wisdom and the self-compassion thing. Like, we're all like as a collective, like we're pretty wise.
yeah,
We have a lot of history recorded. We're crazy in engineering and science, like as a human species.
we're able
like,
to recognize what we're doing wrong and figure out how to fix it, which is
exactly, yeah.
a
And we've
crazy
like
ability.
isolated a singular atom. We like have
Yeah.
like CERN exists. Like there's so
We've
many
split an
crazy,
atom.
yeah. We have split an atom. That did not go well. Fuck. That's true. We've done a lot of really
I-
cool things and then exploited that information for not
I
so good
saw
things.
this little
but-
reel of like it was an animation of an alien spaceship flying by Earth.
Mhm.
They were like, "Yo, should we stop and say what's up?" And then the other one was like, "Nah, dude, they split the atom over there. They're fucking crazy." It's true.
But I believe that there's a lot of room for improvement in the self-compassion
Yeah.
arena, and like have that like flow. Like it starts inside the individual,
Yeah,
but that like permeates out to like groups, communities, like regions, states, countries, and then like like the world. So
Yeah.
like there's like a ripple effect from like people paying more attention to how they treat themselves
yeah,
and whatnot, because I believe a lot of the like current dysfunctions, not necessarily like the epoch shift, but I mean like the dysfunctional portions of like society and whatnot are partly due to people's inattention to certain, like to their own inner worlds, and just like it multiplies in groups and
Yeah.
whatnot. And so it, on like a micro level. So I believe that the world is shifting towards a more compassionate state.
okay,
And that's what I hope to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about AI?
Yeah.
Does it jeopardize any of your hobbies in the future? Are you worried, or do you think it's gonna help you out?
Yeah.
I've got a mixed bag of feelings.
Yeah, same. It's like with any technology. It's like, what do you think about computers? It's like computers have revolutionized the information age and have also like it's also like caused a lot of like, it's a tool.
Yeah.
So it's like it depends on how someone's using it.
Yeah.
So like people could use a computer to launch a tomahawk missile, or they can send humanitarian aid to somewhere in Africa.
Yeah.
Like in terms of AI is different though, because AI is like a dynamic technology and has like proven that it can react and it can like form to meet like the requests and whatnot, and like it's much more fluid than say like a static piece of hardware, because it's just like it's built to do one thing. Like AI is like rapidly proving that it's built to do multiple things and think on that and improve.
Yeah.
So it's an early form of like artificial cognition, which is interesting. It's still like we're still in my brain, like in the grand scheme of things, we're still like smacking rocks together in a cave with this AI stuff. Like I feel like we've now, like maybe that was 2023, we were smacking rocks together. Now we've like smacked rocks together and like made a spark.
Yeah.
And like all the boys are like around. They're like, oh shit, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we just like hit sparks with, especially with like Claudebot coming out and like things being able to like be even more autonomous and while intelligent.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting, and I mean, eventually, like these advancements are happening very quickly, which is super cool. That can like
I'm just upset they went after the artist first.
the what?
They went after the artist first.
Yeah, I mean, like it for me. Yeah, I as an artist, I can understand like why there's a lot of like there are a lot of people that are upset about AI being able to create art.
I'm not too worried. I think that people are going to crave human-made original content.
Yeah.
All AI does is recycle things that it's been fed. So
Yeah, it's true. There are a few generative artists that are using tools like Midjourney and a few others that actually like I follow a few of them. And there's even one here locally in Ithaca that I follow, and he makes really like fantastic pieces through Midjourney. And I believe that it has a space in like the artistic like
yeah,
ethos and whatnot. Because while it's a different process to like make this art and less like maybe like challenging in certain aspects, it also presents an opportunity to like make art more accessible. So, and that's where my mind is approaching it from. It's like access.
yeah.
So
I see it kind of similar. Something that would take a studio and a team of 30 people to complete, now one person can do with a computer in their bedroom. And
Yeah.
so there is that aspect to it. I just think that I'm a little worried that some people might be going too far and completely taking the soul out of things, you know.
mm-hmm.
Like with the writer's strike, they wanted to use AI to write the script and then have writers fix the script.
Mm-hmm.
But then they all didn't want that, so they all went on strike until they wrote the script and used AI to help.
Yeah. With writing, it feels like I like have a different set of opinions around writing than I do
Yeah.
like image generation.
Yeah.
But
Me as an animator, I'm a little concerned about image generation
dude,
because
it's going crazy.
like you could just tell AI to like generate this shot.
Yeah,
with
dude,
the
like
whole description, and you gotta-
VO3 or
Yeah.
your whatever.
And it's
It's
just gonna
interesting.
get better, so it's gonna remember continuity and
Yeah.
little details.
One thing that I think about when I think of like those types of situations and like studios being like, oh fuck, we're about to like go out of business. Like there's also like it's similar to like writing code. Like if you're like doing like AI coding, like if you're good at coding, then like you're gonna like be able to take even more advantage of like an
Yeah.
AI tool. So it's like similar to like that, like people who are part of studios and people who are animators like are only going to be augmented by these tools because they already have the background knowledge
Yeah.
and whatnot, and they know like I don't know anything about animating.
I mean,
Like if I just entered a prompt versus you have like specifics and you have like the language, like the proper language around it, where I feel like that's what sets people like professionals using AI and just like people in a community using AI. That's like it's still
do you
to
think
me
like
yeah.
arts like that could be lost over time because people are gonna, instead of learn the skill, learn how to word things properly?
Yeah, it's a good question. One of my like beliefs as an artist is, and really just like as a business person and a human, is concept over method. So what that means is that as long as you are getting the idea and like the goal of what you're making across, then how you do it is less important. And now that's just like a personal opinion, and like of course a lot of people are very considered with like the medium, the how. Like that's part of art, and it's very important. But for me it's like impact over like the process. Like you could still love the process, but like for me it's like if there isn't an impact, then like what's the point?
Yeah.
So I think I think there's room to like explore both of those
I
things
see
in the conversation.
hand animation becoming a thing like watches did, like mechanical watches.
Mm.
Like, you don't need a mechanical watch today, but people still wear them
Yeah.
because it's like you either appreciate the craft or it says something about you or
Yeah.
something like that. And I think that people are going to take in animation more as like it's going to be like a fine wine. Like those who really appreciate the art are going to go for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think the masses appreciate content burgers. And I mean that in the sense that like they cook up what works and then
Yeah.
because that's what people want to see, even though it's not what you want me be doing necessarily, it's what works.
Yeah, exactly. And that sort of ties into that part of my ethos with like the concept, like entertainment and like getting like the laugh. Like that's what a lot of these that's what a lot of people making like these AI videos, like they're going for entertainment. They're going for like volume in terms of views.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So, but kind of like turning this into like a little bit of like a social media like aside, like it's an interesting distinction that I was taught recently by a YouTuber by the name of Callaway, and I highly recommend him. Just like has crazy marketing chops, especially like for digital marketing. But he broke down like strategies for, and this can be applied to anyone. So let's say like a video, like a 3D animator. So you could be like a meme lord, like not really know animation skills and just like just churn out a bunch of videos, and they would be in the like strategy bucket of like max views.
Okay.
Like they're trying to maximize views with their burgers
Yeah.
and whatnot. And so they're like running a burger stand with their account. But say like someone who is a trained like 3D animator, their projects take a long time because they're like putting a lot of work into the detail and stuff like that. They would be in a different bucket where they're like serving steak. So it's less. Okay. So it's like the people like the aficionados know that like they're like, I don't want this burger. Like I'm going for this steak. So their interactions with their audience are different.
I think there just needs to be like some sort of cultural shift where we make short form content not cool.
We're about to get the red dot from Meta here. Zuck's about to send in the fucking strike team. Oh shit.
We just have to like convince the masses that if you absorb only short form content, you are not as cool as the rest of us.
So it's only short form. It's just like, okay, it's just like,
well,
instead of like the redirect to get off Instagram, it's just like a redirect to YouTube. It's just like, watch something longer than 4 seconds, bro. Like,
I mean,
the brain's getting cooked.
The start. Then we just like slowly convince people that people dancing in front of a camera for the most popular song of the week is not what we should be absorbing.
But that's
24 hours
that's
a day.
the burger stand though. That's the thing. Like one cannot exist without the other. That's the other thing too, because like there needs to be the contrast. Because I agree,
everything
like
is amazing, then nothing's good.
Exactly, and it's like, we need the burgers in order for the steaks to exist. So, and there's a lot of in between, and it's like different across like what type of content you're making. So this is like a little bit of an oversimplification. Yeah. But for like a concept, like I do believe that, we need both. Yeah. And whatnot. So it's interesting. I've been like spending more time on like YouTube, like learning things. Yeah, that's and whatnot.
I think that should be the direction that we shift to. Like instead of absorbing content for entertainment, we should absorb content for purpose.
Yeah. And I've also been really liking Substack. Yeah. So like, and which is like, it's been pretty difficult, and it's been kind of like a realization for me. It was like, damn, like I'm going to keep on paying attention to like retraining my focus, because sometimes it's like hard to like
Yeah.
read an article for like more than 5 minutes.
Dude,
Sometimes
I'm
more than
trying
like
to read
3
Lord of the
minutes.
Rings right now.
Oh God,
Yeah.
dude,
I'm
that actually I heard was like a
21
very
in 2026.
dude.
That book is like this big.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're thick as hell.
Yeah.
I haven't read them myself, but anyone I've talked to who's read them.
He's just got like Tolkien's so descriptive. He'll paint the picture exactly how he wants you to envision it.
Yeah.
So you'll
He's so
be reading
talented.
this paragraph of him describing something and completely forget like what was going on in the scene.
Yeah.
So it really
Yeah.
just takes some like studying of the text to understand what's going on.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, that's another like example of like some long form.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
getting into it.
I don't think people just don't read books anymore. It's wild.
I think
It's become like once we had like the news and TV, like I don't think books are as popular anymore, because why would you go buy a book if you could just like watch a movie or watch a video about it?
Yeah. I think it's another like burgers and steak like parallel thing.
Exactly.
Like not that like one's better than the other. It's just like people like I myself, I have a decent amount of books. Like they're scattered about, none
everywhere.
Yeah. Those ones on the stairs aren't mine, but like I have like stacks like around.
Yeah.
And I like physical books because
You could like
I can't
feel the
navigate.
page and
Yeah, plus I can't like navigate off a book. I can't like swipe on a book to get to
Yeah.
Instagram. So
yeah.
it's like it's one of those things that I still keep in the mix and whatnot.
How do you find time to read books?
I read in the morning. So
Okay.
I don't like find the time. I just like make it. So it's like impossible to not have it.
I
So
see.
which has been very beneficial
Okay.
because I just wake up and give myself the time to read.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a good primer for my brain for the day.
How long do you sleep? How many hours do you try and get?
Usually anywhere from like 6.5 to 8. It varies.
Okay.
Yeah, it varies. Some like if I'm like staying up for an event and I'm like out until like
Yeah.
midnight or 1 a.m, then I'll go with less sleep.
Yeah.
But normally I try to keep in like 7 hours is like perfect for me. Like that's the sweet spot.
I've been working a lot. Like I got a full-time job.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me to like come home and find motivation to do things.
Dude, I'm
And then
telling
like
ya.
when I do those things, I get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then like the next day I try and repeat it, and I just end up crashing at some point.
Dude, morning.
Yeah.
Morning's the time to do it.
Well, I work
I'm
at
telling
7 a.m., so I'd have to get up at like 5. I was going to
That's-
the gym in the morning. That was good for a while.
Yeah.
But then it got cold, and I was driving the Forester at the time, and I
Yeah.
had to pump up my tires every single morning.
Yeah, so you're
And it was like 20 minutes waiting in the cold every day.
Yeah, I get it. I also say this, like, I say, like, get up earlier as someone who's going through the process of being more of a morning person.
Okay.
So I also know that it works for me. And, like, a lot of people have, like, given me that same piece of advice that, like, wake up, like, at 5. And I did that for a period of my life, like back when I was working a full-time job too, when I lived in Rochester. But it's something that, yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, like whittling back the clock there to wake up. But I do think it's worthwhile. So
Yeah,
could just be like an experiment.
definitely.
Think of it as an experiment.
So,
And also whittle back 15 minutes per day.
okay.
That I found is like the sweet spot. Because if you try to go like an hour, or like even more, your body's like, what the fuck? Like,
I see.
totally
Okay.
thrown off. But like, I literally like when I got down to 5 a.m., I remember doing the process of like 15 minutes every night, which is like a perfect increment. So
Okay.
yeah.
I've heard like 15, 20 minutes is the perfect nap. So
Okay, so
If
maybe
any
there's something
less than
behind that. Yeah.
you're like, that's not enough, but any more, and you wake up a little groggy. And want to go back into it.
Yeah, I have to be super careful with naps because like I have that 15-20 minute range in me,
Oh,
and then it goes from like,
into like a 2-hour nap.
dude, the
and then
2-hour
you
nap
can't
is
fall
crazy.
asleep at your bedtime.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm pretty blessed with my ability to sleep.
Oh,
So, like,
okay.
I can fall back asleep, like, at night, no problem. Which, I
ingest
kind of
a lot
abuse, but,
caffeine, so
yeah.
I have to regulate when I drink caffeine. Because
Yeah.
if
Dude, you banging still?
Not anymore. I'm on
Okay.
Monsters now.
Okay, hell yeah.
They're half the caffeine. 150 milligrams instead of 300.
Yeah.
But sometimes I drink two in a day.
Dude, honestly, I know they have the... yeah.
At Speedway, dude, they're so cheap. 2 for $5.50. It's not bad.
Crazy. I
3
know.
for $8.
Oh, God. They have a 3 for deal there?
Yeah.
That's devious.
And then I go there and get my blunt wraps, too. Blunt wraps and Monsters.
One-stop shop for
And
Shablamo.
if I'm hungry, I'll grab some pizza. Dude, my diet is terrible.
Dude.
Living alone is so hard to, like, shop for. So I've just resorted to, like, frozen food when I'm shopping. Or I'll get Domino's, Taco Bell, maybe some halal food.
Mm-hmm.
If I just, like, need a lot of protein in me.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it. Like I've been cooking for myself like for years now. And so it's like simplicity is like the name of the game for me. And it sounds like that would benefit you too. Like you're okay with like eating like the same thing. Like
that's the thing. I'm not really okay.
Okay. I
just,
made an
like,
assumption. So it's just like Domino's on Monday, T-Bell on Tuesday. Like
I know exactly how much I'm gonna eat, and I know that I'm gonna be satisfied.
Yeah, but then you're gonna feel like dog shit, man.
I know.
Like-
I do feel like dog shit.
Yes. So my recommendations for that, like, dude, rice is super cheap. Like, you just have to like pick out your like staples. Like, if you eat meat and you like meat, then you can like find like
Yeah.
cheaper meat. That'll end up being less money than
I'm
like
thinking like
going out.
making
So
bunch of different things and then preparing different things with those.
yeah, and also sauces and spices.
Okay.
Those are two things that you can like create a lot of variety with.
I see.
So that's how I like got through the monotony of some of my like meal like
My friend that I was
things.
going to the gym with told me that he ate nothing but ground beef and eggs for
That's-
like 3 months.
hell yeah,
And
brother.
He got jacked.
Let's go, dude.
He just got like
That's
a
for the-
little grill to keep in his room.
Yep.
And he just open up the window and cook a pound of ground beef, put some barbecue sauce in it for dinner.
Almost brings a tear to my eye. That's beautiful. Hell yeah, brother. I love that shit. I'm also like, yeah, I'm like not my whole like my whole eating philosophy may not be like sustainable for like most people, but
Yeah.
like
I mean,
I do really value the simplicity of it.
oh yeah.
So yeah, I still find ways of like incorporating some variety and like and whatnot. But
Yeah. I think I might just start getting hella ground beef, portioning it out,
it's so
cooking it up.
easy. It's so easy, and it's like satiating, and
Yeah.
like you feel good after it.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. So,
where do you want to be? Like, what's your ideal life look like? If you could have businesses successful, maybe you're
Yeah.
not running this business. Like, what do you want to be doing?
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, like I'd seen like I read that question, and I like have given it some thought and whatnot, and it's one of those things where it's like where will my preferences take me and whatnot. So it's a curious question in terms of like what I can really only apply it to what I want right now,
Yeah.
because like that's like, the only
I
thing
mean,
I
I'm
can
the
really
same
like
way.
picture right now. And so I want to double down on the like community organization aspect of my life with like myself and my friends and just like the local community here. I
Yeah.
definitely want to do more of that. I want to double down on the like creative project collaborations with like photography and doing those like fun shoots and whatnot. I want to continue doubling down on my own business like that I want to see like grow, and eventually like if it evolves, like then that's what it'll do.
Yeah.
Or I'll like continue with my like content creation and like have that like flow into the business. So it's hard to say, but I definitely love the idea of putting myself out there more, and also just continuing to double down on what's working.
Yeah.
So that's like my mode I'm in now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
a lot of prompts now. I mean, do you want to?
Sick,
Do you have
dude.
any closing thoughts? Oh wait, we got to talk about your furniture. Yeah.
Yeah. This is an ode back to the 2023 conversation we were having.
Yeah.
So while you asked if I had like another job, and that was part of it. Like when I got laid off, I was doing photography, I was doing my Airbnb, and I was flipping furniture
Okay.
like a madman,
Yeah,
which was
there's
really fun.
So much furniture. I mean, it's
Dude,
there's less furniture now, but
There's so much less now because I
Yeah.
used to look. I even like thought, I was like, damn, if I walked in here and I didn't know Kyle, I think he's fucking insane. Like, I had chairs like this, like space here was like full of tape. Did you ever see it?
I've seen
You saw it.
various states of the
yes,
furniture.
of
here.
yes, of like the inside of my brain made manifest. Like I had like 2 table sets in here. Like I had like coffee tables. I had just like, it was so insane. I don't know how my brain functioned with that environment, but I like over a summer, like I made a few grand just like doing
Okay.
like flips and stuff like that. Like it wasn't a crazy amount of money, but it was like, I kind of like looked back and I was like, cause I like tracked it and stuff like that. I'm just like, damn, that was like not very stressful for making like a decent chunk of change. So it served a fun time, and I still like browse every now and then like Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
but I'm not like super, like I'm not like jumping on like furniture pieces like I used
You're
to.
like you're a gambling addict playing slots on an app instead of going to the casino.
Yeah, totally.
You're just window shopping.
Yeah. Or if they're like, if I'm walking and I like see something, like I'll just like grab it. Like if there's something, not like, not like, yeah. If I see someone's living room, just no. Like when the college students leave, like a lot of them leave stuff street side, and it's usually super nice out.
Yeah.
So I've like picked up and like flipped a few things that way, and it also keeps it from being out of a trash. Like
Yeah.
so it's like, it's kind of like a fun thing that's also like, this doesn't need to like get thrown out. It's perfectly fine.
Definitely.
Like, yeah. So that's my like level of involvement with that now.
Solid.
So yeah. So
Well, do you have any closing thoughts?
closing thoughts.
Yeah.
Thank you for thank you for asking me to be on your podcast. This is a
Yeah.
lot of fun,
This has
so,
been the first episode back in over a year.
dude. That's hype.
Feels good to be back on the microphone.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is my first podcast period.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
pretty
it's been long due. I feel like
it has. Yeah.
We
yeah.
had
But
to
I feel like it was good
reschedule,
timing.
Like 3 times.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I feel like, it was one of those things where like it happened when it was meant to happen.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like, and I feel like even in like a larger scale, like a good time of my life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
today, it's great that we did it today because I've got like nothing going on.
Dope.
And I passed this Buddhist monastery that I was like researching a while ago.
Yeah. You should
But I
check
just
it out.
didn't exactly know where it was. So
Yeah.
I'm,
You passed right by it, like coming down the hill there.
yeah, I just saw it there.
Yeah.
and
It's
figured-
easy to miss.
Yeah.
It's like tucked away and it's like behind, like has a winding driveway.
yeah.
But it's really cool. Yeah.
I'm thinking about stopping there and
Dude, you should.
yeah.
Yeah. I like in high school, I was in an architecture class and we studied the floor plan of that monastery because it was
Okay.
like being built. So it was like one of our projects was to
Nice.
study it. So it was pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah.
you want to do a little jam before we close this out?
Sure.
All right.
We gonna just like keep it rolling?
Yeah.
Cool.
definitely due for another belt battle.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Good
You've
call on the gym.
improved.
Thank you.
Your timing's gotten
Appreciate it.
a lot better.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a focus
Yeah.
for sure.
I had to dial mine in for a long time. I was just
Yeah.
focused on cool sounds.
Dude, you now versus day one, like in terms of timing, is just like insane.
Yeah,
improvement.
I go back and listen
insane.
to like 2019, and I didn't know anything. Like there was pre-inward bass vids, and I was just going like, "You're warrior."
Yeah. But dude, that was a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's awesome.
this has been Highly Intelligent with
Hey.
Kyle Jensen.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching. I
Thank
hope you enjoyed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Peace.